Konnichiwa, Gene. This is the anime guy. I would just like to give my response to the whole dubs versus subs thing and why I prefer dubs over subs. I prefer dubs because English is my home language and I can understand the show a whole lot better, and I feel I get a full experience when I watch something dubbed because I can just understand it. I also prefer dubs over subs because I like watching anime instead of reading it. Another reason why I prefer dubs to subs is sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes, especially when it comes to fan subs, the translation isn't always 100%, or sometimes the subtitles are misspelt. So, yeah, I noticed these things. And some shows are just better in dub than sub. Some examples: Death Note, Golden Boy, High School of the Dead, and Dead Man Wonderland, as you mentioned. And that opening just kicks ass for the Funimation dub. Let's see. You said that you watch sub because you want to learn Japanese. I suggest you don't try to learn Japanese from anime, because most of the time, especially in anime, they use slang. So like if you learn slang, it's not really appropriate in like the workplace or whatever. So as far as that goes, I would only watch subbed to get pronunciation of words for Japanese. I have nothing against sub. I watch One Piece subbed because I can't wait for the dub. It's taking too long. Let's see what else. Also with subbed, in my opinion, that's only one or a few persons' interpretation of the show. Whereas if you watch something in a language you understand, you might get a different message or interpret things differently, or especially when it comes to comedy. Comedy, in my opinion, when it comes to anime, is always better in the language you can understand, because you get the jokes. Desert Punk is another example where the dub is better than the sub, because you just don't get the jokes. Well, for me at least. What also kind of puts me off sub is these people that watch sub and then they think to themselves that just because they watch sub, now they are considered more hardcore than the other people who watch dub. And a lot of my friends prefer dub to sub. I mean, when I try and get people into anime, they won't watch subbed anime. I will also only watch subbed anime if, like, a series, let's say, for instance, if a company has lost a license to a certain series, like, for example, Hellgirl was originally distributed and dubbed by Funimation, but they didn't pick up the rest of the seasons for that. And I really like the series, so unfortunately I have to watch that in sub. Or When They Cry, I think was licensed by Genion, if I'm not mistaken, and they went underground, they closed down. So yeah. I really want to say thank you to you and the PODTAKU cast. I really think you guys are really, really funny. The PODTAKU cast is the only podcast I can watch from start to finish, even though it's so long. I don't know, it just seems so natural for you guys. It's like you're not even trying to be funny, you just are. So keep up the good work in the PODTAKU cast. Before I forget, another reason why I prefer dub to sub is because what the subs are saying is different to what the actors are actually saying, because I've been learning Japanese because, as I said before, I don't like subs. So like, for instance, if they are swearing in Japanese, sometimes they won't put that they are swearing. So if you are trying to learn Japanese from a sub, you'll learn that word thinking it's not a swear word when it actually is. So if I were you, I would go on YouTube tutorials and learn Japanese, unless of course you're already doing that. Yeah, I hope this video was helpful. And one of my confessions is that, well, I've experienced bad dubs. The Yu Yu Hakusho movies were terrible in dub because they mispronounced some of the characters' names, and I'll only prefer the Japanese version over the dub if it was heavily edited. For example, the One Piece 4Kids dub. There were so many edits in there. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Thank you for watching, and until next time.